Are you crazy? Or are you just mad?
Hello. And welcome to the Mad Musicians Against Depression podcast, where we discuss the latest news, research and hot topics surrounding mental health. I'm Thomas Maher, and I'm joined in studio by my beautiful co-host, award-winning singer, songwriter and presenter, Indiraa.
That's me.
Is that you, Indiraa, is it?
Yeah, it's me with a sore throat.
Oh, well, welcome back.
So I'm just a songwriter today.
You're just a songwriter today, yeah.
I'm leaving out the singing.
Okay. Well, that'll do us all a favour today then, won't it?
Yeah.
So how are you, Indiraa? Welcome back, of course, on another episode of the Mad podcast.
Yeah, it's been such a long time since I saw you this morning over coffee.
Yeah, that's right. It's been a long few hours.
Yeah.
And here you are again.
Yeah, I know.
Another
Keep turning
Sunday.
up like a bad
Another
penny.
Sunday. I was just saying earlier today how I left Ireland over 30 years ago because the weather was so bad. It seems to have followed me.
It's not that. It's just you bring the bad weather with you. It's not following you. Like, I came from India and I bring the sunshine.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't. Because my comment is the bad weather has followed me, so there is no sunshine. Ain't no sunshine.
You don't. When I'm gone. Okay. No, I bring the sunshine. It's just that you overpowered me. With the evil conquered the good.
Well, I am a man. I should overpower you.
Oh, shut up.
So here we are again anyway. It's wonderful to have you back in studio.
That's what you said. That's not what you said yesterday when the cooking wasn't so good.
Well, sometimes I have to be honest, So here we are, go again, folks. Good to have have you in session again, and we have some really interesting and cool hot topics for you today around the mental health. And I'm going to start with one today, which is a psychologist's guide to achieving better mental health in 2024. It's quite a long-winded one.
So what happened to ladies first?
Yeah, what did happen to it? You want to tell me what happened to it?
No, I don't know.
Is there such a thing?
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll remember that then when we're going out next time. You can pay the bill. Okay. All right, here we go. So, a psychologist's guide to achieving better mental health in 2024. Okay. The approach of a new year often instigates desires to change, improve and grow. Internal parts are made to give up or take up as we approach a blank slate. Surveys found that for 2023, people cited better mental health ahead of fitness, weight loss and improved finances for their resolutions. Younger people in particular are prioritising mental health. That's good.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Yeah. And it is encouraging to see this is high on their lists. Less stigma, more information, and being exposed to others' experiences all contribute to more emphasis on psychological well-being. Rigid, unrealistic and traditional resolutions tend to be dropped within a month or two. This is not only linked to willpower. Resolutions are often too vague or based on other people's expectations. Very true. Rather than catapulting yourself into catapulting. There we go. It's catapulting, sorry.
Oh, geez, he's at it again.
Yeah, I am. I'm at it again. So rather than catapulting yourself into 2024 with unattainable goals followed by disappointment, step into the new year focusing on improving your state of mind. Setting a theme of improving your mental health status is specific and achievable. It is a process involving increasing self-awareness and building a healthier relationship with yourself. Better mental wellness leads to healthier connections and coping abilities. While setting this theme will have specifics tailor-made to each individual, there are commonalities including your relationship with yourself, with others, and adjusting lifestyle factors. Your relationship with yourself. Rather than goals, set your theme for better mental health. Write out specific aspects you need to change and work on. Reflecting on the year gone by, review what went well and what areas were problematic. I'm doing well. List areas that aggravate or boost your psychological health. Self-awareness is essential for positive change. Pause and desist from always blaming the situation or others. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I was just about to say, does that mean I can get rid of you? Then I can go ahead this
I just
year.
said don't blame others. Desist, please, immediately. So blaming the situation or others when appropriate. How is your relationship with yourself? How do you treat yourself? Be mindful of the tone and quality of your inner dialogue. How you relate to yourself is the foundation from which all else evolves. Developing a better relationship with yourself entails healthy self-talk, shrinking your inner critic and harsh taskmaster. Ooh, nice words.
I have to say, I am very critical of myself.
Most people are,
Yeah.
particularly when it surrounds mental health issues.
Everything. If one little slip and, ooh, look at you.
Well, of course. I mean, and obviously, this is how it manifests, isn't it? If you're self-critical, hypercritical of yourself, it's going to have obviously knock-on effects with psychological
I've
issues.
got to work on this one.
So nothing will ever be good enough for them. So let them go. That is it. Give yourself permission to enjoy life and to take time out for yourself. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Wake up appreciating and setting small intentions. I was going to say intestines. Intentions for the day ahead. Every night focus on what went well and what you liked about yourself that day. I like it. Thoughts are powerful, so keep them healthy, helpful and accurate. They are susceptible to distortions, so try not to believe them at all. Create a gap between you, the thinker, and your thoughts. Is that racist? Can you still say thinker these days? Oh, no, it's a different type of thinker. Okay. And your thoughts. Catch repetitive themes and overthinking. You can feed or diffuse thoughts. React to them in a neutral way, so don't get caught up in a mental circus. Mental circus. Are we mad?
We are mad.
Are we just
We're
crazy?
No, we're musicians against depression.
Research findings assert that optimistic thinking helps to help people feel better, enjoy more positive relationships, and cope better with stress. Optimism has also been linked to better physical health, including faster recovery from surgery and better cardiovascular health. However, it is not always apt in extreme circumstances. Cultivate optimism by noticing any good things when they happen. Give yourself credit. See challenges as a temporary. See potential. Be solution orientated and nurture your inner coach. Train yourself not to dwell on the negative. Emotional states also impact mental health. Monitor how your emotions move and label them. Feelings come and go. Emotional ill health includes anger, hostility, tearfulness, and disconnecting. Repression negatively impacts physical and psychological health. Emotional well-being is about being able to emotionally regulate and navigate adversity. We can learn not to communicate or act from big feelings and to respond rather than react. Your relationships with others. Connections and interactions contribute significantly to better mental health. Studies have found that people experience lower rates of mental health problems in areas with high levels of social cohesion. We're back to that social connection again. Very important that those with lower rates, positives and meaningful relationships are vital for psychological well-being. 100%. Social wellness combats loneliness, facilitates support and alleviates mental health conditions such as stress and anxiety. It fosters communication, trust and fun. Nurture positive social habits with effective communication, empathy and active listening. Offer support and put effort into existing healthy relationships with family, friends and colleagues. Find ways to make new connections by being a joiner and engaging with your community. Take some time to evaluate the quality of your interactions and relationships. If conflictual or unhealthy, this can be most damaging to your mental health. Take steps to address this by creating boundaries, stepping back, or accessing support. Another aspect detrimental to your psychological health is comparing with others.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know. I was just blinking, actually. No, I'm not actually looking at you.
40 times in 1 second, that's a sign of fibbing.
That's a sign of quality. I mean, that's another art of man.
No, it's fibbing,
talent.
honestly.
It's talent.
You watch the faking it on the crime channel. If you blink a lot, the thing you've said before is irrelevant.
Why are you blinking a lot?
I'm not.
Okay. Social media intensifies this. So remind yourself People present their better versions, but everyone has struggles at different times. Refrain from social media gazing. You hear that?
Don't look at me.
Envying others and desiring another person's looks, life, or wealth.
Now you don't read that.
I'm not blinking. I'm not looking. I'm not doing anything. Lifestyle changes. Many people focus on this aspect when making New Year's resolutions. Joining a gym, getting fitter, dry January, and learning new skills. Dry January, there's no such thing as dry January in Ireland.
There's no such thing.
There's no such thing because it's raining all the time. So dry January, learning new skills feature. Lifestyle modifications improve mental health. You can draft up your own bite-sized interactions from the list. Research and clinical evidence supports 7 therapeutic lifestyle changes to enhance mental health. Here we go. 1. Exercise. Physical activity reduces the risk of and is therapeutic for physical and mental disorders. The health benefits of regular exercise include improved sleep, libido, alleviation of stress and other symptoms, increased energy and a healthier mind. Being active releases feel-good chemicals in your brain and boosts self-esteem. If there was a tonic offering all that, we'd rush to take it. But you obviously know, Indiraa, about how exercise benefits mental health and well-being.
Absolutely. But the libido bit, I don't think this person's ever been through menopause, obviously.
No, probably not. Maybe for another discussion.
It's called Men on Pause, I think.
Men on Pause.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Good one. Nutrition, number 2. What we ingest affects mood. Just take a look at a group of children after eating too many sweets. Dietary factors are linked to better mental health. Fruit, vegetables, fish high in omega-3 fish oils, reducing excessive calories, and supplements are supported by growing evidence. Dietary assessment and interventions are of benefit to the body and brain. There we go. There's so many recent research studies have actually have supported that. Nature, number 3. Being away from noise and artificial lighting is soothing and calming. Many people are socialising, playing and working in the digital world. Isn't that true? Monitor and limit screen use and get outdoors daily and absorb light. The natural world is restorative and free. Number 4. Activities and play. Involve yourself in enjoyable activities to ameliorate stress levels and foster positive emotions. That was a big word there, ameliorate. I'll have to check that out because I don't even know what that means. Probably alleviate.
Alleviate, yeah.
But it's ameliorate. Wow. I wonder if they spelled it wrong. I shall not be blamed for this one.
You will too.
I will not. Strategies to handle stress, number 5. Regular meditation and breath work are practiced widely.
I do that.
Are effective. You do, of course, as things. Yeah, you're always breathing heavy down the phone. When I talk.
Stop it.
Press widely. And are effective interventions. Multiple studies have found these to be of benefit among adults and children with a wide range of disorders. Number 6. Religious and spiritual. Approximately 90% of the people around the world engage in religious and spiritual, which augment people's coping abilities. Healthy involvement focusing on themes such as love, being kind to others, compassion and forgiveness have been found to be the most benefit to well-being. Couldn't agree more.
Absolutely.
Couldn't agree more. Really, really good. That's probably my number 1 point, which is number 6 on this article. So folks, again, the links will be there. You can read yourself. Number 7, helping and giving. Does it say autism? Altruism. Oh my God. Altruism.
How come you get all these weird words, honestly?
Altruism. I thought it was autism. I thought you got to be kidding me. No, it's altruism. Altruism is good for your health. People who volunteer, it's about volunteering, of course. People who volunteer have been found to be happier and physically healthier. Community involvement and contribution motivated by pleasure in helping others contributes to positive psychological changes. Helper's high. There's a helper's high. Refers to the uplifting feelings experienced when being kind and supportive to others.
Oh, no wonder I'm so happy all the time.
That's right.
On the hippie commune that we live in.
Yes, that's it. You're living proof of it, Indiraa.
I definitely
are. I couldn't agree more. You definitely are. So there you are. Thumbs up for that. So giving releases oxytocin, serotonin and dopamine, which lifts mood and dampens the stress hormones, cortisol. So if anybody wants to feel better, I'm going to put a donation line at the end of the show notes so you can all donate to me with my bank details, okay? There you go. So, the new year for 2024, explore themes about yourself, relationships with others, and therapeutic lifestyle changes you want to prioritize. Bring them into your awareness and focus on the rewards you will gain from implementing modifications. Most are free, accessible, enjoyable, and achievable. We can strive to appreciate ourselves, relate well with others, and have a healthier lifestyle. And remember, folks, donate to me.
Do you know, talking of this, I must interrupt. Today we had a delivery coming in at the farm, and my husband and I were out, and they asked if they could have some details from my husband, and he gave some link, and from that there was a fraud of £20,000 on his account.
You're kidding me?
No, and luckily the
£20,000?
bank, they asked these people for some detail and they couldn't give it, and so the bank called my husband Rajiv and they cancelled his card, and he's leaving tomorrow for Boston, so he's not a happy bunny because this is the main card that he uses. Yeah, and 20,000, and literally it happened within 20 seconds of the delivery people saying they'd come to deliver 2 mini fridges. Don't even ask.
Oh, that would have been very costly. 2 mini fridges, wouldn't
I know.
it? So they've frozen his card.
Yeah. I told him, Raj, they did that for the fridges. That's cold.
Oh my God! Well, at least you got on top of that for any fraudulent.
No, so just be
committed.
careful. Beware that when people ask you for any details whatsoever, there are all sorts of ways of getting into accounts that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah, and all the time they're trying to be one step ahead. No, they're perpetrating very, very sophisticated methods of fraud these days. So
you're pushing it a bit with 20 grand, right?
That's of course. Maybe if they'd have went for a little bit less, they might have got it. But there we go. Greedy. That's greed. That's just pure greed. That is. Okay, and dear, you've got an article for us.
Yeah, I have, and
What
it's
have you
kind of connected. If I can open this wretched thing, there you go. It's also in a way about. Here we go. I tried reading in bed. Oh, why is it doing this? Hold on. I tried reading in bed to improve my sleep and learned an important lesson about energy levels. So, in an attempt to get myself to leave my phone alone, I resolved to read in bed before nodding off instead of scrolling every time and every night. Here's how it went. We're constantly reading about dangers of scrolling through social media before we try and sleep. Blue screens before bed are the first thing sleep experts recommend quitting if you want more energy levels and a better kip. Unfortunately, bedtime phone scrolling is something I've been doing for years, I have to agree. Spending a good 40 minutes flicking between different stories and dog videos, that's me all over, at 11 p.m.
No wonder you chose this topic, I've seen it.
I know it's a dreadful habit, but a constantly refreshing reel of anxiety-inducing information, likes and adorable animals, whatever your algorithms serve you, is addictive by design, and you know how I am about addictions. However, I really rather not. Now, what is this word, scooper by chance at a good night's sleep?
Scooper by chance? I have no idea.
What is scooper or scupper? Scooper?
Scupper. Scupper means to take away.
Oh, scupper. Scupper my chances at a good
take away your
night's sleep.
chances. There we go.
With that exciting blue light, or end my days with the nerves worked up with doom scrolling. Oh my goodness me.
Doom scrolling.
I like that word.
Ooh.
It's good, isn't it?
It's very frightening, actually. I don't know.
No, I like doom scrolling. It sounds good. Talking to those same sleep experts, and they often stress the need for a winding down activity at the end of the day instead. Journaling is supposed to get away anxieties out before bed. I hate writing a journal. Saving you from having yet another tooth-grinding dream. While reading is supposed to calm the mind, limit stimulation, and keep your eyes off your phone. A recent study showed that reading a book in bed before going to sleep improves sleep quality. And an off-cited 2009 study from MindLab International at University of Sussex found that reading can bring stress levels down by 68%.
Wow. That's
a lot.
That's significant.
Yeah. Excited to see what impact it would have on me compared to my scrolling. Okay, if you have to. I vowed to start reading every night for a month to see if I could break that pre-sleep ritual. Oh my goodness, that would be hard for me. I picked a great book I was looking forward to reading. Really good, actually, by Monica Hasley.
50 Shades of Wisdom?
No. In case you're wondering, and put it on my bedside table, ready for what I thought was going to be a month spending tearing through at great speed, reading at least a chapter a night. The good news is I broke the phone habit. I haven't scrolled in bed for a month, and I plan to continue my good sleep hygiene streak. I wonder what they did get through, though. And I was wrong about reading specifically helping. In fact, I barely touched my book, there you go, and certainly read nowhere near a chapter every evening. What I wasn't noticing all those nights when I was glued to TikTok was that when I got into bed at around 11 p.m., I usually am pretty tired. And when I'm not pumping and awaking blue lights into my eyes, I'm tired enough to go straight to sleep. Not reading needed. Sometimes I blurrily reach for the book, fight my way through a few pages, but only on a couple of occasions was I alert enough to read this so far excellent book with real enthusiasm. Sure, I've made it through a couple of chapters now, and yes, I would say I found the reading to be good stress reliever, if anything, was playing on my mind. But most of the I'd simply put my head on the pillow and drift off quite happily without reading at all. Since my scrolling ban began, I've also noticed that my dreams have become much more vivid. I don't want vivid dreams. I have vivid enough
You want to
dreams.
listen, don't you?
I've always been a dreamer.
Yeah.
But in the digital wind down days, they'd be a lot more vague. These days, my dreams feel almost real. I had dreams in which I could feel the fabric of my skin or the smell of the breeze. Seriously? I visualized period pain. What? And woken up drenched in sweat. Thankfully,
Just what, it was only sweat, wasn't it?
Period pain-induced sleep interruptions excluded. I have been sleeping better, waking up feeling refreshed on a more regular basis than I've been before. Of course, it would be just coincidence, but what are the odds that I started having some of the most vivid dreams of my life every night as soon as I stopped bedtime scrolling? I don't know about this one. When I asked Stuart Kirk, clinical manager at Nutfield Health Norwich Fitness and Wellbeing Centre, he explained dreaming is part of normal, healthy sleep patterns. Vivid dreams can happen from time to time, and there could be a number of causes for this. REM, rapid eye movement. Sleep tends to be when vivid dreams happen. This is because the brain becomes more active at this stage, and as a result, this is where the brain can get a little creative. Because phones and blue light can reduce the amount of time in slow wave and REM, this could be why you've started experiencing more dreams. Psychologist and sleep scientist Teresa, this is a Schnorbach, says vivid dreams can also be caused by stress, that I can agree, issues with mental health, sleep deprivation, alcohol or other substances, and even pregnancy. If you want to sleep, don't get pregnant. And if you're not sleeping, your chances of getting pregnant are higher. I've not been on a January long bender or consistently stressed, or my mental health is as it always has been. I feel fairly confident ruling those out as causes. I usually have a good 8 hours of sleep a night. Oh, you lucky thing. And since I've just had my period, I'm pretty sure I'm not pregnant. She's very explicit, isn't she?
Wow, yeah.
And she's quite obsessed with her period also.
Seems to be.
Mm-hmm.
She's not surprised having nightmares.
After telling her I usually watch TV with my fiancé on nights in before we go to sleep. Norbach.
Good.
Okay.
You've got easier ones today. Good. Happy for you.
Who works with Emma, as a sleep expert, says if scrolling on the phone was a part of a regular wind-down process, it could also be that your body needs the time to adapt to this change in routine. Alternatively, your vivid dreams could be triggered by what you're watching on TV, so it might be worth examining the content of what you're watching.
Makes
Me
sense.
me and the crime channel. I would suggest limiting stimulating activities, including phones and TV, in the hours before bed, and instead building relaxing habits into your bedtime routine, such as reading a book, listening to calming podcasts like ours, and taking a bath, and listening to the podcast like ours.
Like ours, yeah. If you're mad enough.
If you're really like to get to the bottom of this, keeping a sleep journal might help you pinpoint the cause of your vivid dreams. Be sure to keep track of your bed and wake times, as well as your activities that you suspect could be affecting your sleep. And do not write too much personal stuff in your journals, because trust me, it will be found. I don't remember. I'm telling you,
And
I
used
know these
against
things.
you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't remember dreaming about anything related to what we've watched on TV, but maybe the dream journal idea is the thing I'll try next, just in case. I'll also be interested to see if my wild dreams calm down as my body adapts to this change in routine. Either way, since I'm not now dropping off easily and waking up feeling refreshed after a night of uninterrupted sleep, most of the time I'm happy with my wild dreams and peaceful phone-free time. So, a good bedtime routine is often sold as a number one way to improve poor quality sleep, which we could elaborate on. Is this an ad? No, it isn't. By doing harm than good. No. Type the words how to sleep better.
Oh, yeah, it's
Google.
just going into summary. So basically, to summarize that, if you want to have wild dreams, let's summarize it like this. You want to have wild dreams and you're on your period, you're not on your period, you want to have kids, you don't want to have kids, read this article.
That's exactly what
What do
it
you
says. And have a bath and listen to a podcast at the same time.
The Mad Podcast.
Yep.
So we'll have all those links for you.
There are a lot of good habits in sleep, but they haven't listed it. They said there are, so you may as well guess that one then.
Yeah, so that article will put me to sleep, actually. That's a great one. Wouldn't it put you to sleep?
You know, the funny thing is, I always found that when I was a kid, I found that if I studied history, I fell asleep because I loved all the science subjects and maths and stuff like that. But the minute I opened a history book when I was in school, I fell asleep.
So history for you is history.
It's absolutely history. So why dig it up, eh?
Exactly. Okay, folks. So that's that one. So if you want to sleep well, read that article, and before you know it, you'll be off.
Actually, there
40
was more
wings.
to it, but I'm passing now. This
Yeah,
is
that's
okay.
just a summary on that one. So thank you for that. So we have, well, hopefully we're going to have, I'm going to call one of the contributors to the Mad 2024 album, which obviously is on sale. It's available to listen to stream, to purchase if you want to do the Mad 2024 album. Featuring various artists, some covers, some original material. It's a fantastic album. Obviously, it's on sale at the moment. It's available everywhere, all streaming platforms. So I'm hopefully going to get to speak to one of the contributors to the album now. His name is Freddie Murphy. And his song called Light Brigade is one of the songs that's on the album. It's a fantastic song. So let's see if Freddie is available to speak to us, and we can talk to him about his input. Right, folks, we have Freddie Murphy on the line, one of the contributors to the Mad 2024 featured album, compilation album, and his song Light Brigade. Hi, Freddie, how are you doing?
Not bad, thank you. How are you?
Good, man. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Good. So listen, you're on the Mad 24 album, and your song Light Brigade. which is obviously a great track. Obviously, we produced that in studio here back in December. Which I remember that song when you came to me with it. It was just like an idea on an acoustic guitar. You obviously had the lyrics and you had the melody for it in guitar. And we obviously decided to produce it. The idea was just to produce it acoustically, wasn't it, initially?
Yeah, it was meant to be in like a indie ballad type sound I was getting. But it's nice to have another contributor bring another idea in, you know?
Yeah, of course, because obviously, as I say, the idea was just to record an acoustic version of it. But then obviously when you played and we heard it, we thought, oh God, this song's got amazing potential. I mean, I was quite surprised by the quality of the track, and then obviously we decided to do a full production on it. And
yeah, I think one of the main things is that, you know, the lyrics stand out a lot. It's strong lyrics. You have one, you know, strong instrumental, but the lyrics might be weak in one song, you know. So it's good to have both equal strong lyrics and instrumental.
Well, of course. I mean, that's what makes a complete track. So, I mean, on the basis of those lyrics, I mean, what is the lyrical essence of the song?
Oh, it's all about the Charge of the Light Brigade, really.
Mm-hmm.
I took it. This song has been about 6-7 years ago when I was at school, and we looked at poetry in English, and
right.
One of them was the Charge of the Light Brigade.
Oh, okay.
So I just took the inspiration from that.
Yeah.
Really, and just I'm singing as the narrator, like a third person. So the boy is in the middle of the war, and he looks lonely, and the only lights coming from him is after the war, really.
Fantastic. Well, that's fantastic. It's a really great track, so it is. And so, I mean, obviously you've contributed to this album, which is obviously available now for everybody to listen to. You've got a video for it as well. Tell us about the video you made.
I mean, it's made at Highgate Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And we both had different ideas to make it the theme of the song, really.
It was just it was a very basic storyboard, wasn't it? Because obviously, we said this.
I mean, yeah. We at first, you know, we thought, you know, very homemade. You know, get some shots in the studio, which I think was a good idea. And, you know, especially being my first debut,
mm-hmm.
you know, I think you have to show people that you're being the creative one and all that, you know, instead of the people behind the scenes, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I always say with videos, if the song is good, you just need a simple video just to put the icing on the cake, because that's what it's all about. Because because a strong song speaks for itself. You don't need to spend a lot of money or anything at all in the video. You can just do a very simple homemade video.
I think that's where the industry goes wrong nowadays. They spend millions on music videos, and the quality of the song doesn't stand up to that, you know. Well,
that's why, because I think they tried to paper over the cracks, don't they, by giving you a very high end production video to take away from the fact that the music itself isn't very, very good. You get lost in the actual video itself, forget there's even a song to it. And that's the whole point. If a song is good, you don't need to do that. It speaks for itself. No. And obviously, I mean, you're only 23, aren't you? You're in the very early stages of your musical journey.
Yes.
And you've got music already on Spotify that you've done over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I started at the age of 16 writing my first songs, so it's been a while. I've got a lot of songs in the vault somewhere.
Yeah. Because I've listened to some of your stuff that you've already put out previously. I would say this song, Light Brigade, you've done now, is probably like a significant step up in terms of quality in every sense that what you've done before. It really shows the potential that you have as an artist.
Yeah, you know, this is the first time I've worked with an official producer, you know, record company, etc. All before that, you know, it's all only been me, you know, produced it, recorded and everything. So it's nice to have someone that's professional, experienced, they know what they're looking out for, and take it into a new direction. Because if I was to do everything myself, it might sound the same genre. Yeah,
well, that's it. Sometimes you need to take a step back. You need a different perspective on it and take.
You need to open doors, you know.
Yeah, absolutely right. So, where do you think now, having done this track, Light Brigade, where do you think now is the next step for you? got with the product you've got?
I think next do an EP.
Mm-hmm.
And then slowly maybe I think because albums nowadays it doesn't exist anymore. It's mostly EPs and singles.
Yeah.
So album, I don't think it's worth it. But yeah, I think stick to EPs and more music videos and see how it goes. Really, get more airplay.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, that's why on Spotify, if you release an album, people just pick the songs they like. They'll stream them or download them like that. You have the choice. Obviously, we've done the Mad 24 album, obviously, but that's different. It's a compilation album. But in general, I would agree with you. I think it's better just to, EP or 4 tracks or 3 tracks, or even 2 tracks, but quality tracks. I think when it comes to an album, every song on that album has to be a single in its own right.
It's like commercial songs. You have to pick out the best. Yeah,
it has to merit being there. Otherwise people just skip through them, just album fillers. Otherwise, so obviously we're going to play your song now in a moment, and we'll include all your information, your Spotify account, and your YouTube link to the video and the album itself in the show notes, so people can obviously look you up and your Facebook. You've got a Facebook account?
Yeah.
So obviously we can include that as well. So Annie, before we let you go, is there any tips or advice you want to give any aspiring artists or any artists in the same journey as you've been on that at your stage of your career? You can give them any tips?
I would just say keep writing. The more you write, the better you'll get. And listen to various different type of music and genres. Just keep going, because you can go a month of writing like 30 songs or something, and they're not good. Just keep writing.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's the main thing.
And believe in yourself and follow your dream, right?
Yeah, believe in yourself and just don't give up.
That's right. That's good advice, Freddie. Okay, so we're going to obviously play Freddie's song, which is included on the Mad 2024 album, and it's called Light Brigade. Freddie, it was great having you on the show.
Thank you.
And
thanks so much.
Take care. We'll speak again soon, okay?
Lovely, thanks.
Sun is shining through the golden light brigade, and every time they start to feel drained, the lonely boy is holding out for his life. You're gonna be okay today, and everyone will be insane. I thought you might like to know we are in the light brigade. The horses rage when all they see is darkness. Creepy shadows lie within you. Did you hear them calling your name? Saying you're gonna be okay today, and everyone will be insane. I thought you might like to know we are in the light brigade. Death is now upon us, and you can't see how I feel. Drifting through the dark ages makes the war go on. See how I feel. Drifting through the dark ages makes the war go on. Sun is shining through the golden light brigade, and every time they start to feel drained, the lonely boy is holding out for his life. You're gonna be okay today, and everyone will be insane. I thought you might like to know we are in the love brigade. You're gonna be okay today, and everyone will be the same. I thought you might like to know we are in the love brigade. You're gonna be okay today, and everyone will be the same. I thought you might like to know you're gonna be okay today, and everyone will be the same. I thought you might like to know we are in the love brigade. You're gonna be okay today, and everyone will be the same. I thought you might like to know. I thought you might like to know.
Wow. Freddie Murphy and his new single, Light Brigade, which is included on the Mad 2024 compilation album. Fantastic. And it was great speaking to Freddie there just before that. And obviously very inspiring. So, guys, if you want to check out that album, obviously, as I say, it's on sale now. It's available to preview, listen to, download, stream, whatever you do on your favourite streaming platform. It's all up there, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, the lot. It's there. Wherever you want it, it'll be there, YouTube, the whole lot. And all the links will be provided at the end of the show. So, okay. Indira, what did you think of that song?
I thought it was wonderful.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Yeah, very, very nice, yeah.
Lyrics, because obviously you're
I like the lyrics a lot,
You're an award-winning
actually.
lyricist, as we know. We'll talk about that later in some of the other upcoming shows. But obviously, for you, lyrics are very, very important.
Yeah, it is. When I hear a song, I actually hear the lyrics and then I hear the tune. And my husband hears the tune and never listens to the lyrics at all.
I'm pretty much the same. I'm a music maker, and the lyrics aren't so important to me. I mean, I do write lyrics from my own tracks that I compose, but mainly my forte is actually writing the music, composing, producing music. Obviously, you as a lyricist, I mean, your lyrics are a different level to what I would write. I mean, in terms of quality, but
thank you.
Music is my thing. But yeah, so I mean, you can appreciate the lyrics and the Light Brigade.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very, very good.
I
track.
have a funny story about lyrics. So I might throw that in now. My husband thought that one of the songs he was playing every time he saw me was a romantic song, and it turned out to be about the husband dying and the person waking up and not having him for the rest of their lives. And every time I got in the car to go out for a dinner with him, he'd play it when he'd come. But everywhere I went, the song was playing. And it was the days of the CDs. And one day I got into the car all dressed up. We were going out for dinner for 2. And this song started again. And I pulled the CD out and broke it in half. And I said, I can't do this. Because you see, I have a fear of death of other people. It's a big problem, bereavement, since my mum died. And of course, it just brought home to me, what would I do? And this was going crazy in my head. And eventually I broke the CD and I burst out crying and said, I don't want to go out because I just can't do this anymore. So he said, what's happened? I said, why do you keep talking about leaving me and dying? He said, is that what it's about?
That was about. Oh dear. So bereavement anxiety, what you're talking about.
Yeah,
there.
it's terrible. It's the worst thing that can happen because it's very hard to get away from.
Well, it's catastrophizing. You're focusing on something that's going to happen to us all one day anyway.
I don't fear my death.
Your own
it's
death,
just
but
others.
death of others. Yeah. It can be both ways, be yourself or others, or even both. So anyway, let's go. I've got another article, and this one is titled, Are Micro Scares the Key to Better Mental Wellbeing? And it's got a picture of a dog on it, see? Look at that.
Oh, look
Pooch.
at that. It's very cute.
Little pooch. So anyone who wants to have a look at that, obviously links will be online. You'll see the article online. You'll see what
Don't do
dog
it before you sleep, okay? You're not
Yeah.
supposed to look at cute doggies before you sleep.
Little fact.
Oh,
little
it's so
fact, isn't
sad,
it?
dude. I've got 7 of them on my bed. Can't get away from it.
Flea bags.
Oh.
Okay. We've all heard the saying, feel the fear and do it anyway. But is practicing this on a regular basis really the answer to better mental well-being? We asked an expert. Feeling scared isn't a comfortable emotion. It's entirely natural to veer away from the things that frighten us. After all, we're designed for self-preservation. But leaning into the things that worry us, micro scares, if you will, can have myriad benefits, from increasing resilience to sharpening your cognitive skills. This is interesting. I like this. We asked the experts why feeling scared can be so beneficial and how best to go about it. What is a micro scare? First things first. First things first, he says. Let's clarify what we mean by a micro scare. We're not talking about jumping out of a plane or scaling Mount Everest. Micro scares are when we consciously and purposefully engage in something that's just a little bit scary. I thought we were going to talk about microwaving ourselves. I don't know.
You'd need a very large microwave.
I pictured a microwave. Well, that could be an MRI machine or something like that kind of thing.
Oh,
you know?
God.
For
Please.
example, speaking up in a big meeting or going to an event where you don't know anyone. Oh, yeah, that is a bit scary.
Oh, that doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you, yeah, because you love being on stage. A micro scare refers to a small, manageable experience that induces a mild sense of fear or discomfort, explains chartered psychologist Dr. Louise Goddard Crawley. We've got a Goddard.
Yeah, we've got a Goddard as well, yeah.
It's often a low-stakes situation that triggers a brief adrenaline rush or heightened awareness. Essentially, it's about pushing yourself out of your comfort zone comfortably. I like this article. It's really good. Why are micro scares good for us? It might seem counterintuitive to deliberately frighten ourselves, but doing something small each day to challenge our sense of fear is good for us. In therapeutic terms, this is known as exposure therapy and can help us over time to face up to larger fears. The benefits of exposing ourselves to scary experiences, whether they're micro or more intense, are numerous, says Dr. Goddard Crawley. Regularly engaging with scarier or uncomfortable situations expands our comfort zones, making us more adaptable and often to new experiences. Yeah, makes complete sense to me. They build self-esteem. Think back to the last time you achieved something that frightened you. Maybe you had to give a presentation at work, or you took a new class at the gym or your home. The chances are, once you done it, you felt pretty good about yourself. Yeah, I can remember such instances as that. Conquering small fears can lead to increased self-assurance and belief in one's abilities, says Dr. Goddard Crawley. This will often translate to other areas of life, making us feel more confident and capable. They improve resilience. Resilience is a vital life skill, and it's one that we can work on and build. Studies show that resilience enhances our ability to cope with the stresses and strains of everyday life, something that we all can benefit from. And micro scares are a great way of building resilience. Feeling our fears in controlled environments helps build mental and emotional resilience, says Dr. Goddard Crawley. Just leave out the Crawley. It's a bit creepy, Crawley. Making us better equipped to handle life's challenges and uncertainties. They can enhance our brains. Challenging ourselves by pushing our comfort zones can also improve our thinking skills. Want to improve your crossword, Sudoku, Wordle score? Try a micro scare. Dealing with our fears requires quick thinking and problem solving, explains Dr. Crawley, Goddard, creepy Crawley.
You know, you're going to land up in a lawsuit of some sort.
Bit of a medal, yeah? I'll have to Crawley my way out of that one somehow.
Exactly.
Good Goddard.
You can hide in the microwave.
Yeah. Good there. This can sharpen cognitive abilities and increase mental agility. They can alleviate stress. There's no doubt that conquering a fear, however small, feels good. We feel invincible, even if the feeling is only short-lived. In some cases, the adrenaline rush experienced during a scary activity can temporarily alleviate stress and boost mood, leading to a sense of exhilaration or accomplishment afterwards, says Dr. Creepy Crawley. Oh, dear, did I just say that?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
I didn't hear a thing.
Okay, good.
I know nothing.
And you can harness this mood boost to help you through the next time you're feeling apprehensive. Try tapping into those feelings when you next need them. How to start micro-scaring? Scaring? You don't need to become incredibly brave overnight. This is about gently challenging yourself, not freaking yourself out. The good news is that it isn't something you have to do every day. Some of us may benefit from confronting fears regularly, while others may prefer to space out such activities. Are they encouraging us to be spaced out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Space cakes.
Cakes, okay. Experiment with different frequencies to find what works best for you, whether it's daily, weekly, or less often. The key is to maintain a balance, and that challenges you without overwhelming your capacity to cope. Here's how to use micro-scaring to your benefit, according to the experts. Start small. Start small, advises Dr. Goddard Crawley. Begin with minor challenges that push you beyond your boundaries just slightly, and then gradually increase the intensity as you become more comfortable with feeling uncomfortable. There's no rush. Imagine the end result. If you're feeling overwhelmed at the thought of that meeting, date, tricky conversation with your parents, try manifesting the feeling of overcoming that fear. Before confronting a fear, visualize yourself overcoming it, suggests Dr. Goddard Crawley Creepy. This mental rehearsal can reduce anxiety and increase confidence. You could also try enlisting the support of friends, family, or a mentor who can offer encouragement and guidance as you face your fears. Try mindfulness. And if you're feeling terrified, run. No, he says, strip things right back and do some breath work or mindfulness. If you're really worried, it can be helpful to practice mindfulness to help you stay present in the moment, says Dr. Crawley. Focus on your breathing, which can manage anxiety during scary experiences. Would that apply to watching a horror movie or meeting your
girlfriend?
Your ex-grandmother, your godmother or something. Someone,
Meeting.
All right.
Meeting my mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law, that's it.
Bless her.
The mother-in-law.
She was very nice, actually.
Yeah. Was she?
Yeah, she was very nice.
Reflect on the process. One of the best ways of harnessing the power of microscares is to remember to take stock of the experience each time. It's important that after each scary encounter, you take time to reflect on what you did, what you learned, and how you grew from the experience, says Dr. Crawley. This self-reflection reinforces the benefits of facing fears, so you're more motivated to do it again. And number 5, last but not least, be kind to yourself. Still struggling? Go easy on yourself. This isn't an exercise in how much stress you can handle. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, you're probably gone too far. While confronting fears and pushing ourselves out of our comfort zones can lead to personal growth and resilience, it's essential to approach this journey with self-kindness and compassion, says Dr. Creepy.
Yeah.
Without self-kindness, the pursuit of facing fears can become punitive, leading to unnecessary stress and pressure. Embracing self-compassion allows us to acknowledge our fears without judgment, fostering a supportive environment for growth and transformation. Well, there we have it. That was a really good article. And that's like that book, I don't know who the author is. It's called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. It resonates very much with that, and which book I read myself, and it's fantastic. I would recommend it to anybody to pick up that book and have a read of it. But this article is very, very similar on the veins of that. It's expressing very similar values. So again, I think this is a really worthwhile read, and for you guys to look at the show notes at the end and get the link and pop her onto yourself and have a look at Mr. Creepy Crawley's article.
I see a lawsuit coming up.
I don't really like suits.
No, you never did you?
No, not really. Don't suit me.
Oh, they don't.
Okay, India, we've got one final article. And
okay, mine is a very mini article. So, why do certain thoughts make you depressed while others quickly dismiss them? Sticky thoughts are hallmark depression research finds. Bad things happen to most of us, at some point, of course, and some people take it worse than others. This is due to an inability to mentally turn away from these thoughts. Okay, thoughts and about negative experiences can get stuck in the brain. Professor Jutajuman.
You've got one.
Jutajuman. Professor Jutajuman, the 31st author, explained that what happens in the minds of depressed people. Basically, that's me, by the way. They basically get stuck in a mindset where they relive what happened to them over and over again. Even though they think, oh, it's not helpful, I should stop thinking about this, I should get on with my life, they can't stop doing it. I can honestly tell you this is me all over. The researchers compared the working memory of 26 people diagnosed with depression to 27 people who were depression-free. That's my husband. Working memories refers to the thoughts that are active in your mind at this very moment. Our present moment experience, therefore, is highly dependent on how our working memory operates. I think really people like me live in the past a lot, And, you know, they go on these days, live in the now, which is great in theory. But for someone like me, it's the hardest thing to do. All people in the... Now I'm going back to this, okay? All the people in the
No, you've
study...
gone forward. You've gone into the now. See, this is the now.
Okay, so this is the now. All the people in the study did a test that required them to think flexibly. In other words, it requires them to turn their attention from one subject to another. The results showed that depressed people had particular problems turning their minds away from negative thoughts. For example, if they reminded of death or sadness, their minds got stuck in these areas and couldn't change the focus on something else. Professor Jumanji said,
I see a lawsuit.
the order of the words sort of gets stuck in their working memory, especially when the words are negative. People who are susceptible to getting these stuck thoughts were also likely to ruminate more on their problems. One way out of this trap is to first learn to notice when this is happening. Secondly, it's vital to refocus the attention elsewhere. The study was published in a journal of psychological science. That's about it, really.
So that's it. That was a short one, short and sweet.
I think you know what actually happened. I think they forgot what they were doing and they went back to their past and they forgot about being in the now when they were writing the article.
They didn't get to finish it.
No, Professor Jumanji is
Mr.
in Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, Jumanji man. Oh dear. So we might get a part 2 to this.
Yeah, well, he's in a prehistoric place at the moment, so I don't know what's going on
in his time
here.
machine.
No, microwave oven.
No, microwave oven. Oh dear. Oh no. Don't take too much heat of us, folks. We're not crazy. We're just mad.
We should do this in harmonies, you know.
Yeah, we'll try this in harmonies. Yeah.
We'll rehearse. Should be one.
So I'm going to go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Mad.
Mad.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not mad. We're not mad.
We're really not.
We're just crazy.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
No. So, folks, I think this brings us to the end of the show, I guess. And I think there's some 4 interesting articles. Today we spoke to Freddie Murphy, of the contributor from Mad 2024 and his song Light Brigade. And I hope you've all enjoyed the show, because we certainly have. We've enjoyed talking to you and, exploring some more research and articles that are out there and hot topics. And it's been fantastic as always, Indiraa. And you I know you've got to shoot off now because you've got a big feed to make. You've got aliens to feed. I
have aliens to feed. Yeah, they're coming from another planet. And no, seriously, they're coming from another planet. And I've run out of dessert, so I'm going to give them Mars bars.
Mars bars. Well, folks, on that note, that's where we're going to leave it for today. Hope you've enjoyed the show as much as we have, and we look forward to bringing you more of the latest news and hot topics surrounding mental health on our next show. Remember, new episodes of the Mad Podcast drop every Sunday at 6 p.m. Episodes are available to listen to on Spotify, Apple Music, and of course, the Musicians Against Depression website, an online toolbox that contains a wealth of information, essential reading and links relating to mental health. As always, if you or someone you know would like to join the conversation, either in studio or remotely, email us at musiciansagainstdepression@gmail.com or visit the MAD website at www.musiciansagainstdepression.uk for further info. All links, including social media, are provided in the show notes. And remember, no problem in life is insurmountable, and help is just a conversation away. Until the next time, from myself and the wonderful Indiraa,
Take care.